guys, it's Jennifer from Craft Forest. Today I want to show you how to make a really clean, modern tie-dye. So I'm a child of the 70s and daughter of a mom with a giant afro. She's cut it now. Anyway, with that, I have never met a tie-dye that I haven't absolutely loved. I've been seeing a lot of really kind of one color modern tie-dyes on Pinterest and absolutely fell in love. So we made some shoes. We made a pillowcase and we made some napkins. I'm going to show you kind of the basic technique, how you can do these for yourself, and then we'll tell you after that kind of how we made each of these individual examples. It's really, really easy, and you only need two things. So you need rubbing alcohol and Sharpies. And really Sharpies with kind of a thick point or the oil base seem to work best. So let me show you how to make it. Really, really easy, I promise you. It's a little smelly, so make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area, but there's not much that you need. So Sharpies, again, rubbing alcohol, and then a way to get the alcohol onto the fabric or whatever it is that you're going to tie-dye. So let me show you this. I'm going to do just kind of a really thick line here. What's great about this and makes it perfect for me is that you don't have to be perfect on these. Actually, the more imperfect you are, the better. So I'm just going to do a good line here, kind of a good size. And if you're going to do lines across the whole thing, make sure you use the alcohol after each one so that the marker's still wet and you can get that good bleed. So I'm going to use a eyedropper that I actually stole out of some liquid vitamin D that I had at home because I couldn't find anything else, but this works great. You can even, if you want a bigger kind of bleed, you can actually just pour the rubbing alcohol right on it. So you can control this kind of based on the way that you put the liquid on. You can see that it's starting to move a little bit. We can then draw right on the rubbing alcohol that has already been poured, which kind of gives a cool effect too. Again, imperfect is great. And the larger your stripe, the larger the bleed is going to be for you. And then you just let these sit and dry. So the longer that it dries, it actually kind of pulls the liquid this way and pulls the drawing down, and that gives you the effect that you're looking for. So let's do a couple more of these, and then I'll show you one where you can actually just pour the rubbing alcohol right on it, because when it kind of pools and puddles, that's when you get some of the effects like on the pillowcases, and you get a little bit of a larger tie-dye there. So let me show you that. Again, kind of smelly, Sharpies and rubbing alcohol. So, and I'm just gonna kind of drip that on there and let it fill. And then you can see it's kind of starting to pull away. It takes a little bit of time. These take maybe like 30, 45 minutes to dry completely, and then you'll start to see your design come through the more that it dries. So after it's totally dry, all you have to do to set this is throw it in the dryer, 10-15 minutes at the most, and that will actually set it, and then you can wash it, and it's perfect. It works really, really well. So let me show you the examples that we made and how we made them. So the shoes are just a really simple shoe that I picked up. These have actually been worn about 3 or 4 times now. And I just used a black Sharpie. I did a really thin line, and then I used the eyedropper to put the alcohol there so that I could kind of keep those lines contained. On the pillowcase, I wanted it to have more of a bleed, so I did black first, and I actually just did the black kind of on the seams where the stitching is on the pillowcase and let that bleed a little bit. I let it dry completely, and then I went back over it with the blue and I actually poured the alcohol on so that you could get kind of that really cool cloud effect. I love them. They're so, so cute. And then the napkins, I did a bunch of different versions of these. These were just a weird thrift store napkin that had kind of a dated, kind of swirly design on it. I was never going to use them, but I got, I think, 6 of them for like 25 cents, so I couldn't beat that. So on this one, I did kind of straight lines and then got kind of a more traditional, almost like Japanese style tie-dye on this one. So many different options, so many different variations. It just looks great, and it's so, so easy to do. So that's it, just those 2 steps, and you've created a really clean modern tie-dye to use in countless areas in your house. You're gonna love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial from Craft Forest. Thanks.